keep California cowgirls from vanishing. Welcome to the Urban Cowgirl Show. Training our horses and miniature cows in ranch versatility. Penning Rusty and Susie, our bull and heifer. Roping Rusty with Morgan horse, Semi. Training Eve to work over her haunches with a motor cow simulator. Training Eve on a cow roping simulator. Sadie practices over the haunches with an ATV mechanical cow simulator.
Pulling slack. And Susie's coming my way because she feels the pressure behind her horns.
We begin tacking up mini zebu Seela with the surcingle and britchin.
Now about tacking up Seela, my young heifer, for pulling. So we've shown you in past shows what the tack looks like, and we've alluded to what we expect to be difficult to do. We've had a little bit of trouble because she's kind of in between sizes, getting things to fit. Don't know if I'm going to get things to fit today, but I took my string cinch and made one extra knot on it. My cameraman's going to slowly zoom in. Usually this string cinch to fit the zebus has only 2 knots. I put one extra knot in the middle. Let's see if that makes it small enough so that I can cinch up tight enough to then, the main objective today is actually just to show you, because I'm pretty sure I'm right about this, to show you how hard it's going to be to get Seela desensitized to this britchin, which is really a very important piece of tack when they start pulling, but they hate it more than any other tack than we use. And that's from my experience with Seela's mom, Susie, and her pop, Rusty. So can you come up here? We've done this before. Step up. Step up. Do a serpentine. See, she's arguing a little bit, but the more we work with her, the better she gets. It's all right. She's scared. She's scared. It's all right, Seela. It's all right, darling. It's all right. Okay, that should be good. You see, she's pooping or peeing. I have a camera operator today because I knew I was going to need Ashley's full strength and attention, and so I didn't want her to also have to work with the camera. It's all right, Seela. In past shows, you'll see that Susie and Rusty got really good about letting us tack them up. We could do it only with one person. Eventually. Can you reach under? I'm going to hand it to you. You reach under and grab that. There you go. And see if you can tighten it up, because I can tighten it a few holes here. I'm going to make it as tight as it can be. This is like an English cinch, 2 buckles on each side. Is that as tight as you can get?
I haven't gotten it.
Oh, good, good, because it's still pretty loose. I don't want it slipping. I don't want it really tight like a saddle, but I don't want it slipping around. That feels good. Are you there? On the last hole?
I think it's a little bit loose.
Just a little bit, but that's okay. No, that's good. Yeah, it's just ever so slightly loose, but since we're not actually pulling today, I think that's going to work fine. The other possibility was to use this cinch where I made an extra knot, but it sure looks too small. So I am not going to use it. I'm just going to deal with the fact that the cinch that we have on there is just ever so slightly too big. And here's the challenge for today. We have her Seela's halter on, so if we do have to kind of yank her around, it's not going to be choking her like the lariat would have been. We brought her here with the lariat. Was she easy to get the lariat around? Yeah, she's getting good about that. Her mom, Susie, is standing right here chewing her cud. So that's good, because I'm sure out of the peripheral vision she can see Susie. These zebus have really good peripheral vision. Now here's step number 1. Everything one small step at a time. It's all right, Seela. I'm just going to clip 2. I'm not going to do that. I take it back, because once I clip, if she starts running around and this thing falls under her belly or whatever, it could freak her out even more. I'm going to go from the other end, because this is the hard part, getting this britchin on her hips. So I'm going to want to pull it off if we get in trouble, because safety is number 1. It's all right. Just letting it sit here. Yes. Right away she gets nervous and she's peeing. She just pooped, but it's not real soft, so she's not heading into scours right now. But she is concerned. Okay, now when she puts her tail down, I've got to let this britchin fall over her tail. And that's yet another challenge. Over for now. Over. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now I could connect, and I might, if she's behaving. We haven't rehearsed this. No, that was a little bit too much. Small steps. Okay, we're going to go again.
I know, I'm sorry.
Go again. It's all right, Seela. It's all right. It's all right. Let her smell it. Let her investigate. It's very important. Yeah. Right. Okay, now place it over her hip. Again, she's lifting her tail. Wait until she puts it back down. The next big challenge is going to be this crooper, which I'm going to want to put under the tail. But maybe not today. Okay, so she just pooped. Still no scours, which is good. Let it fall over her tail. Try to keep it on her this time. That's why I needed a camera operator today. Okay, nope. We don't want to force her. We want her to want it, to not mind having it. So rather than just yanking her around, I'm going to continue to just one small step at a time, put it on. It's kind of confusing what goes where. There we go. There we go. This is going to go over her hip. Good. Good. Let it drop over her tail.
Easy.
Easy now, Seela. Easy. Drop over her tail. I have decided, I just made that decision. No crooper today. Just willingness to have this feeling on her hips, because it's against her nature to have something like that on her hips. Good. If you can help me keep it on, it's good. Because this is where, if they're attacked by a predator, this is where the predator's going to go. There. There. Just gonna, another few seconds. Hard to sometimes figure out when to stop. Okay, now I'm going to take it off. While I'm getting the right answer, which she wasn't dancing around. Her forelegs were still. And that's the next step we just accomplished with little heifer Seela. Katie, one of my helpers, is going to try to put the tack on all the way to the crooper. We'll see if this is the day that we're going to get that crooper on Seela. Last session, we got the cinch on. The cinch and the surcingle. Then we got the britchin on 2 or 3 times. She was a little bit concerned about it, but finally stood still for it. And Seela knows Katie, so we're hoping that somebody other than me, I'm Sonia, the urban cowgirl, can do this, because we've got a lot of sessions ahead for teaching Seela how to pull. So sometimes we just want to say, okay, go get her tack on and I'll be right out, kind of thing. So we're seeing today if Seela will let Katie work around her, and so far you're seeing, as am I, that Seela is just fine on it. And Katie went out without the lariat. We always have the lariat nearby, but Katie went out without the lariat and got the halter on. Seela moved around a little bit, but then stood still. Rusty and Susie were out there in the pasture too, and they elected not to come in with Seela. I think they know that this is lesson time. Okay, and this was the hard part yesterday, and I will come and help. We had 3 people yesterday. Today we only have 2. Let's see if she can steady Seela herself. Okay, that's all right. It's all right. Don't connect it yet. See, that's that throwing the head. That's just stress. Oh, she's feeling all these straps on her legs, you see. Okay, we may or may not be able to get to the crouper stage today. Yeah, let her walk around. Let her feel those straps. We're not connecting it yet because if she gets a foot caught in one of those loops, we wouldn't want it connected. We're showing you every small step of the way. And she's peeing again. You know, she gets stressed, and that's what she does. Let's just let it sit there. That's already progress. She said, oh, I got to get this stuff off my back. That's what she's trying to do. And I'll go out there and help. Just leave the camera on the scene if necessary. But I'd rather just be patient. We went through this with Rusty and Susie too several years ago, and you know, it got so that all we had to do was say, okay, today we're going to pull the harrow, go get the tack on, to any of my helpers. Good, good, that's all right, let it go around like that, that's right. She's just trying to get those straps off her back. But she'll finally accept them, as did Rusty and Susie. I would say connected now to a ring on the surcingle. Just make sure you stay nearby so that you can pull it off her hip, off and up, so that those loops don't get stuck, you know, with legs in them or whatever. Okay, good. Nice standing, very good. Okay, let her go around. That's right, exactly. Exactly, just keep it there, right, right. Make the right answer comfortable and the wrong answer uncomfortable. Good. Now, she's throwing her head. If she lifts her tail, put that crooper without buckling it. We've got one side of the crooper unbuckled. The idea being, we didn't do this last session, put that crooper under her tail. You know, horses, when they get a lariat stuck under their tail, many horses will just clamp their tail down. And then they think that something is grabbing them on their tail and can be very, very dangerous. Watch that loop, the loops. Aha, okay, good. Good, that was what I was hoping we could do for safety. Step up, Seela. Step up. If you're going to apply pressure, give her the verbal cue that you want to use as we continue to train her. Step up means go forward. G means go right. Ha means go left. G over and ha over have a special meaning when we actually start pulling, because, especially if you're pulling something that doesn't have wheels, you need to get them to go laterally in the right or left direction. If you're stuck in a corner, for example. Step up. Step up. Step up, Seela. Good. Soon it will be old hat, that feeling that's kind of strange. We use that word, that sound, to indicate that that's not the right answer. Looks like my surcingle is tight enough, though. It's withstanding all of this resistance. So far I haven't had to go there to handle. I will if I have to. looking calm. She's licking her lips. She's standing with all fours still. All good signs of resistance free, but she could start moving as she is. Look at that. Look at that. See, she only has stubs on her head. She thinks she has horns, but they're not horns yet. She's just trying to use what nature has equipped her with to argue. I don't think we're going to get to the crooper today, which is just fine. As long as we stay safe. Watch that strap that's down by, yeah, bring that back up. I would say, let's get it on her hip again, quietly, and remove it before she starts balking, so that she realizes that the right answer was to stand still. Repetition. Reward. The reward is removing the pressure. Applying pressure when you're not getting the answer you want. And everything within the parameters of safety. Okay, now let's see if she'll stand. Okay, it's back on her hips. She's standing quietly. She's even investigating the ground. I'd say lift it off now. Don't, wait a minute. Because she's balking, let's not stop yet. Step her up. We're going to have to step her up again. Step up. Step up, Seela. Step up. Good. Hard to do with just one handler. Back on her hip. Just leave it on there for just 5 seconds. If she stands still, lift it off. Yeah, it doesn't have to be all correctly on there. Just that feeling. That's good. Okay, wait till she stops. I knew the britchin was going to be a challenge. And I can tell you the crooper is likely to be a challenge too. But all in good time, one small step at a time. Uh-oh. Sometimes it's hard to decide when to say you've reached your moment of resolution. And we need to get back to another moment of resolution and act a little faster this time. She's a kid. Her attention span is minimal. The crooper's kind of complicated. That's good. Good. Okay, remove it. There we go. That was our moment of resolution. And we'll let you know when we try to get the crooper on next time.
In today's session, it was easy to put on the surcingle, but the britchin and the crooper are still a challenge. Going to try, Katie and I, to get that crooper on. Last time, we didn't have a camera operator. Today we do. Today we also have a very big windstorm and rain about to come. You can see that we're close to some very noisy yew trees. And Seela seems to be just fine on it. So we're going to continue to work here. We're going to continue to try to desensitize her to the britchin and then try to get her crooper on and maybe a couple steps. Let's see how we do, and you'll get to watch because we're going to show you. Okay? It's all right, Seela. It's all right. It's all right. You have to be pretty strong. Let me see if I can steady her. It's all right. It's all right. Show it to her. Show it to her. This is like saddling a colt the first time. We got the surcingle on easy. Let me have you hold her. think you're going to be stronger than me. We'll have Erin do it if necessary. Very quietly. You see, it's very windy. Very quietly put it on her back. Attach it to a ring, one small step at a time. Now I'm going to let the Britchen fall over her hips. And you see what happened there is that one of the Britchen straps got stuck to her leg, but because there's two of us, I'm not worried. Step back here. Place it on her back again. Good, good. If I could just get her to feel that crooper under her tail, we'd be done with that concern. It's all right, Seela. I'm being big. What that means with horses is let them know you're there. I'm being big. I'm not sneaking up on her. It's all right, Seela. Let's follow with her. Nope. Nope. And there's Susie and Rusty right behind her. And she is very concerned. And you know what I'm going to do? Break this up into even smaller steps. I'm going to take this off, this Britchen off for a moment, because my objective today is to get her to feel what it feels like to have a crooper on. I'm going to touch her with the crooper, slide under her tail, it's all right. It's all right, Seela. It's all right. Be big. Down. See, I'm touching down on the tail, and that is very new to her. She's scared. So we're not going to do a whole lot today for obvious reasons, but we understand why she's behaving the way she is. These are all new feelings. There, she lifted her tail, so I put the crooper under it and pushed against the base of her tail. Be big. It's all right, Seela. Be big. Nope. Nope. Do you want Erin to hold her, Katie? Do you feel we need muscle power here?
I don't know. It's her back end that's just moving around.
Erin, can you just leave the camera there and help us to kind of corral her up without scaring her? Just leave the camera on us right around here. Let's see if there's some way we can corral her into a smaller area so she can't run around us. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Going under the tail again. That's when she runs around. Nope. She didn't clamp down as I left it there and it dropped out. I'm not sure how we can have you help. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, distract her maybe. It's all right. It's all right. Be big. Under the tail. Nope. Oh, you know what? We can try. I learned this when Seela was born from the only vet in this area who does cows. He said if you lift the tail up, you'll have control over the hip. So are you sure the camera is seeing this? All right, good. You lift the tail up. You hold the head.
Let's see if that's going to work today. It really saved Seela's life when she was born because her mother had blockages in her nipples, and Seela was a little bit premature and she was too weak to get those blockages out. So we had to lift Susie's tail, put her in a corner, and the vet was able to go up high and hard. He was able to get the blockages out, and then Seela was able to normally nurse. Good, good, good. All right, now one more intervention. It's all right, Seela. There you go. There's that Cooper. And she's not dancing around. She was peeing, though. She was distracted and stressed, but she now knows what the Cooper feels like under her tail. And the next challenge is going to be to put this bitchin' on without the Cooper, get her to stand for it, then we'll add the Cooper. And that may take a whole nother show. We'll just show you what it takes to get Seela trained ultimately to be able to pull, because we need to get the tack on. That's all for today. Sonia Sokolow, the Urban Cowgirl. So here's a postscript. We practiced holding her tail up. You can see that she finally stood still. Then I put the Cooper away. I put the britchin on. You can see she's standing for it. She's a little bit shaky. It may be the stress of all of this training. It may be the cold and the wind. But that's all we're going to do today. We wanted to show you how the britchin looks when it's on. Eventually it will be under the tail and the Cooper, it'll be over the tail and the Cooper will be under the tail. And then we'll be tacked up, and then the next step after that is to work on leading her and driving her. And that we'll show you in subsequent Urban Cowgirl Channel shows.
Our cast of characters: Sadie and Eve, Sammy, Rusty and Susie, heifer calf Seela. For more information, www.urbancowgirlchannel.com.